All right, welcome to LA Sober Sessions podcast, everyone. It's good to be back. You can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but I broke my foot in multiple places snowboarding. I thought I was Shaun White. I'm not, I'm old. And today we have Allie Williams on. Sorry, before I go back a second, please check out all of our handles. We are LA Sober on Instagram and TikTok and on Facebook. And then you can also check out our YouTube channel. And so you can see all of our podcasts. And lastly, please check out the brand, lasober.com. If you can support it, that'd be great. So today we have Allie Williams on. Allie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. And we met. It was Saturday morning, and because I was injured, I think I took a gummy in bed Saturday morning because I couldn't do anything else.
Vibes.
Yeah, so I was just high, just scrolling, and somehow you came up on my feed, and I'm like, she'd be cool to have on the podcast. And I think Truman, my boy Truman, that helps me with all my things here, he reached out to you, and you said sure. So here we are. That's how great.
It's funny how that worked. And I had just started posting my TikToks not even a week ago. And you just happened to come by them. So
awesome.
It worked out.
So why don't you tell us about yourself and your story and where you come from, and we'll start there.
So I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yep.
Go Bengals. And I do travel occupational therapy. So right now I'm in Santa Barbara. And I'm moving in a few days for my next contract to San Diego.
I know San Diego well.
We both know San Diego.
Yeah, I went to school there for college, and I was on the 6-year program for college, and so I partied like a rock star in San Diego, so I know that place very well.
And it's funny you say that because I lived there before, like around 3 years ago.
Yep.
And it was like my peak party era. I was living downtown. I could walk to Gaslamp. I'm sure you know Gaslamp.
I do.
So I was in my full-blown party era, going out every weekend, even during the week. And actually, it was so fun at first, right? I'm from Ohio. I'm not used to this lifestyle. Everything's free, alcohol, after parties. And it was fun at first, and then until it wasn't. And it was really toxic. And I was attracting not very good people, and I didn't like who I was. And I couldn't get out of the cycle. You know, when you're hungover Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm never going to drink again. And then you just do the whole thing again.
Yeah. Did you ever go to the Star Bar? Did you ever go to Star?
No.
It's
Is
like
that in Gaslamp?
Yeah, it's like this. And I'm pretty sure it's still there. It's like this, like, seedy bar, and it's super hot. But yeah, we'd always go there.
It was like divey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I liked a good dive bar.
Yeah.
My favorite spot was Sidebar. I don't know.
I've been there.
Okay, yeah, that was like, I was there 3 times a week. I mean, I was living in. I didn't care. And I remember calling my mom and being like, I need to come home. And she was like, okay, just leave your stuff, just pack a suitcase, come home, we'll figure everything out. And it was a really low moment in my life because I was living this life in San Diego, and then I moved back in with my parents.
Yep.
I was broke. I quit my job, and it was really where I started a deeper healing process. So to come back to San Diego, where I'm at now, is just like the best feeling ever because I'm on the other side now.
Awesome.
Sober,
so let's take a step back. So you grew up Ohio, and did you start drinking like young? Did you what?
15.
Yep.
In high school with my friends, partying, and the first time I got drunk, I was like, oh, I like this, because I felt like I was kind of free inside, and I felt more confident because I didn't feel those things on my own. I was kind of just like covered in trauma and dysregulated and didn't like who I was. So alcohol was like, oh my God, I love this feeling. And so, yeah, I started partying then. And when you look back at like even prior to that, were there things about like who you are that you were like an addicted person, like even before drinking? Yes, like even as a child, I was extremely dysregulated, like just never felt calm or content in my body. I didn't feel safe in my body, and I didn't know why, and it's because of trauma, and I've worked through that. But so I always was looking for something to feel better, anything to get a quick high, anything to kind of separate myself from myself, soothe myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had that personality for sure.
Can you talk about the trauma, or can you?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you don't have that. Like,
it might be for another podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, sexual trauma.
Okay.
And I think people who have experienced that know, like, it's just this unsettledness feeling in your body. You just feel gross and nothing feels okay. And so I was just searching for anything to feel okay. And then alcohol was one of the things that was like, ooh, this feels better than my normal state.
So I'll say I applaud you for being so honest and open, because I think these are the type of conversations that can help so many people.
Yes.
As I shared with you when we met earlier, that there's been many people that have reached out to me lately and said, "Oh my God, thank you so much, Bill. You're what the kind of content you're putting out there is what we need, and people don't talk about it." And it's not just one person. It's like, and it's not just males, females. It's across the board. Mm-hmm. So, awesome work.
Thank you. And yeah, I think being vulnerable takes away the shame from other people, because when you're in it, you think you're so messed up, you think you're broken, you think no one else will understand, and that's not true. It's the human experience.
Yeah, so. and I think that. At least for me, when I talk about it, like with you, it's like therapy for me as well. Yes. And it keeps me going on wherever this is going for me. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, was there a moment that you go, enough? Like, was it like a bender? Was it?
I wish there was one moment. There's about 100 where I would have a bender, hate myself, have really low moment, and I just couldn't break out of it. And the more healing I did, I started working with someone on my trauma and things like that. I was able to kind of go longer without partying and started to see a different version of myself. And then working with, I joined a group called the Sober Fit Girl group. And I needed that community because I didn't know anyone sober. So I felt like no one understood me. No one understood what I was going through, and joining the group was like the one thing I was missing, because I was doing the healing work, I was focused on that, and I needed community. So that was really what has led me to where I'm at now.
And are you still part of that group?
Yeah, I'm still part of the group. Yeah.
So Sober Fit Girl?
Sober Fit Girl, yeah.
I like that.
It's great. It's a lot of people my age.
Yep.
Because early on, I joined like an AA group on Zoom. It was during COVID, and it just wasn't vibing for me. Like, it didn't feel aligned. So I was like, hey, that's not going to work. And I didn't know there was people out there like me, my age, and then I found the group. So that's been really helpful. So
you were down in San Diego. You called your mom and you go, I've hit rock bottom. I can't do this anymore. And then you moved home.
Yes.
And when you moved home, did you go into your program? Did you?
No, not yet. I didn't know I needed that yet. I really thought I could do it on my own. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm stubborn, and I'm like, I got this. So it wasn't until December of this past December. So 5 months ago was when I joined the group, and that's when everything changed. Because I could go, a long time. I went over a year, actually, without drinking. And then I fell back into it.
And you fell back into it, and so you go, I can drink a little bit, I can be okay, I'm not going to go overboard, but the first night back out, you have a couple of drinks, and you just go right through the fun zone, and everything else comes on too.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I know that feeling.
Do you? I'm blacking out and embarrassing myself.
The worst.
And it's funny now because my anxiety would be awful.
Yeah.
Like, I have a shiver down my spine thinking about how bad it was. And now looking back, I'm like, I just want to hug that version of myself and be like, you were fine. Like, you were perfect this whole time. Like, you're fine. So if you're listening and you have anxiety, just know I've done everything you've done 10 times worse. So well, and if you have anxiety and you're drinking, if you quit drinking, your anxiety will go down by 100%. Yes.
Like it improves so much better by that, right?
I agree. I will say though, when I got sober, it was almost life got worse first. I don't know if you experienced that.
No, mine was like a complete opposite.
Okay, yeah. So the anxiety was gone, which was great, and I wasn't embarrassing myself, but I had to deal with all of the the things that were underneath, you know?
Yeah.
And so for me, it was like very dark, and I felt very isolated and lonely, and I'm single, so I didn't really have that support. And yeah, it was really hard. And I think that's why I would go back all the time, because I wasn't able to take it, you know? It was too lonely. It was too much.
No, that makes sense. I think, you know, when I look back at mine, it's really, I mean, I had a lot of trauma, but it wasn't like yours. Mine was more, so I had a really bad speech impediment, like awful. And it was, while it was bad, I made it worse. And then I just kept messing with my head, and then I had some family things going on, so it was different. And I'm older, so I thought about how I could quit drinking for 30 years.
Yeah.
And so like I was like kind of more,
process,
I kind of went ahead of it.
That makes sense.
And so you joined this group, and is it a program, or is it just a support group that?
It's a support group. They have meetings, several a week. I actually don't go to the meetings. I just don't need that much support of where I'm at. I probably would have benefited from it earlier. But it's just check-ins. You check in with the girls. They comment stuff. I give feedback. They give feedback. And it just has been exactly what I needed, the missing piece for me.
Yeah, so I think that's where this was all going now. I think for people that are in AA, great. And for the people that it works, great. Mm-hmm. But that was made 90 years ago. Times have changed. There's so 100%. Many things that have happened since then, where I think everyone has their own sobriety and their own support group. And like you found this one that works for you, that is today.
Right.
That is for people like you,
right.
That you're surrounded by people like you,
right.
And it's not all negative and shame and anxiety and
right.
and saying I'm bad. It's you're around people that are going to help pump you up, not suppress you.
It's actually the opposite of that. Exactly.
Yeah.
The shame goes away because you're like, oh, I'm not the only person that embarrasses themselves and blacks out every time I drink. And there's people like me, and they've gone through it, and they're on the other side. And yeah, exactly. We need more of that, I think. And
no, I agree. And so the group started, and then you got better, and you quit drinking.
Yeah.
And so you've been sober now for how long?
Almost 5 months this time. And this time is way different than even the year that I was sober, because I don't crave it anymore. I can go out, and even when I was sober for the year, I would be like, oh, I wish I could drink. I wish I could drink. And now I don't want to drink. I love who I am. I feel so confident.
Yeah.
I'm social. I feel like social anxiety was kind of a thing I didn't realize I had. I don't know if you can relate, where I didn't want to be the only one not drinking, and I didn't know how to have fun and converse with people without alcohol. So now I feel so confident doing that.
Yeah, for me, I'm actually probably better not drinking with people. I mean, I'm
now,
pretty
same.
Yeah, but I will say that even today, when I am out, I don't have time for small talk anymore. It's like it gets annoying, and people that are drunk around me, I'm like, oh my God, stop. So I feel like I don't go out as much as I did before.
Yeah.
Because like when you're drunk, you just
everything's fun.
Yeah.
When you're sober, you're like, this isn't that fun. I want to go home. Yeah.
And then, so when did you move back here?
I moved back here at the end of January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And it's been great. It's been great for me.
And I will say this, that my advice would be just take it one day at a time, mm-hmm. and don't put the like when I quit drinking, because I quit drinking twice now, and when I quit drinking this time, in the beginning I said, I'm not drinking today, and I don't know where this is gonna go, but I'm not drinking today.
Yeah.
And instead of saying I'm never drinking again, or I'm never doing this again. So to me it's like, and it was a lot easier for not putting that pressure on myself, like saying I'm never gonna do it again, because that was like so much.
Right.
But that's just me.
No, I can relate to that totally. It's scary at first.
And so I am LA sober, and what that means is I just don't drink alcohol.
Okay.
And I can do anything else I want. And that's not meaning that I am saying that people should be doing drugs or people whatever it may be, but for me, alcohol was the gateway that pushed me to everything else, and it was just that was the one thing that I had such a bad relationship with.
Yes.
And it's not like I'm partying every single day. I will say that being injured, I have been doing my fair share of THC, but I'd rather do those over pain meds.
Yeah.
But that's me, and you are completely sober.
Yes, and I recognize that everyone's wired so differently.
Yep.
Everyone's so different. For me, I know my happiest self, most fulfilled self is just nothing at all. So that's where I'm at. Actually, you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I quit caffeine a couple months ago, and that was as hard as alcohol for me because I looked forward to that high every morning, and I was like, I'm still tired in the afternoon. I'm crashing. Like, this isn't working for me. And so
oh my God.
It was hard.
You quit caffeine. Yes.
I was so depressed for like a month straight. And I was like, I know I have to see this through. Like, something in you is like, I have to do this. Even though everyone around me is like, just have a cup of coffee. I'm like, no, you don't understand. And I have more energy than I ever have. I hate to say that. But it's true.
So you don't do anything. Like you
I
don't,
am high on life right now. Yes.
No, that's really strong. I mean, because like I look forward to caffeine right in the morning.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I think about is I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get that rush.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that if it's working for you. But I'm just someone who I realized if I didn't have it, I was like so depressed and had no energy and was unmotivated. And I'm like, I don't really like that.
So you want to make it so you are not, your body and mind is not dependent on any substance at all.
Yeah.
You just want to be, I am who I am. I'm going to face everything on.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yes, I have that. And everyone is so different. That's just me. So if you're listening, I'm not saying caffeine's bad or alcohol's bad. None of that.
Yeah,
it's just for your own self.
For all you out there, I'm not giving up caffeine.
You heard it here first. Yeah.
So while I am LA sober, like there are weeks that I do nothing.
Right.
Or there's like I've gone on some big tripsy for surfing. So when you go to like Indonesia, you can't bring anything there because if you get caught with anything, like they'll like kill you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if they'll kill you, but you'll be put in.
It's
like,
bad.
Yeah, it's really, like you just can't. So I've gone on trips where, for like 2 weeks, like I'm completely sober, and of course there I'm surfing every day, and so that's great. But I will say that those times when I am completely sober, I am happy and I'm very content. At the same time, I'm not in a place today where I still want a head change.
Yeah.
Just because of stress, and that's not an excuse, but
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not robots. Like,
no.
I could have never stopped everything at once. I mean, at all. So I think healing is in layers, and you might always be like that, and it's serving you and it's working for you. So that's amazing.
So when you quit drinking, did your total friend group change?
So I have two types of friends that I would just party with. There was no deeper connection, and those fell away. But then I had friends that still drink, and we are close. We have a deep love for each other and connection, and I'm still friends with all of those friends. So actually none of my friends are sober, and I think that's beautiful. We're all on our own journeys, and it's great that they still stick around even though I'm sober. I think you can tell who your true friends are when you tell them you're not drinking and see their response. And if it's anything but I'm so proud of you, like you got this, then they're not your friends. So
have you reconnected with like older friends, like kids maybe that you grew up with, or since this?
No, not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like with me, it seems like I have, and I'm not sure if it's just because I maybe reach out to them more. Also, it may just be top of mind just because like when I got hurt, people have like said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Bill." And has your relationship with your mom and dad changed? Has that changed and improved, or?
They've always been so supportive and loving. So yeah, I think as I heal, I'm better able to love them and connect with them, and vice versa. So yeah, I think it's only getting better. But it's always been pretty good, except for when I was a teenager, of course.
Yeah.
Then we all hated each other.
I'm going through that right now.
Yeah, you have 2 daughters, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, pray for you.
It's a lot.
Poor dads.
Yeah, and my oldest daughter is off to Alabama next year, so she's going to Alabama.
She's going to school there? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Roll Tide.
I know, but like the whole sorority thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fun.
It's going to be crazy.
That's
for her.
fun.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have an older brother.
Okay.
And he lives in Cincinnati.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. What do you like? What have you replaced your time with since you stopped drinking? Like, what do you do now?
Great question. I always said when I got sober, I was not going to live like an ordinary, mundane life, because if that was the case, I would just go back to drinking, because at least that was exciting. I was going to commit to myself and to like create my dream life and heal and step into like the magic of who we all are. So I love journaling and meditating and writing out my manifestations and just creating this life for myself. So I genuinely like doing those things. But I mean, I also love scrolling TikTok in bed and doing nothing. And I still like to go out some, not as much, but I love going out for events. Like I went to Coachella fully sober, and it was so fun. I didn't know how it would go. I was a little nervous.
No, it's fun.
But it was great. Yeah. Have you been to Coachella?
I've not, but I've been to like things
Festivals.
like it.
Yeah. So I spend a lot of time alone, and I'm actually excited for this next chapter because I'm kind of coming out of my hermit mode, which I needed for a while. I needed to be alone so I wasn't tempted. And now moving to San Diego, I think there's just going to be so much more for me to do.
Yeah.
And I want to host wellness events. I just got my yoga sculpt teaching training, so I want to teach classes, and yeah, things are starting to kind of open up for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I remember this was the first time I tried to quit drinking. My wife and I went to Red Hot Chili Peppers concert at Staples, and it was the first concert I went to completely sober.
What was it like?
It was fucking awesome.
It's honestly,
because I was so into it.
Yeah, you're aware of it.
I was drinking caffeine. And I was eating Sour Patch Kids, I remember. And I was like, this is rad. Like,
it's a
like
vibe.
This is like, I can see everything. I'm into everything. Because there's been events where like I've gone to many concerts and don't remember them. But I've gone to like NBA Game 7, Lakers against Boston. Like the last time we won it. Well, not the last time, the last time with Kobe. This is back in like 2010. Where I blacked out. So I blocked out at an NBA game, Game 7, with Kobe Bryant,
I mean,
and we won.
Tragic.
Like
that's tragic.
It's like,
yes.
What are you doing?
Yes, I can relate to that. I don't remember half the concerts I've been to, or we would leave because the line would be too long to get alcohol, and we'd be like, let's just go to the bar.
Yeah,
like, it's like, what was I doing? But I mean, it's part of life, right? You gotta get it wrong before you can get it right. But yeah, the Lakers, Boston. That's tragic.
What else do I have for you? So for someone that wants to quit drinking,
yeah,
what would you tell them?
I would tell them to start searching online for people on social media, podcasts, to just kind of get more information and see who you connect with, because there's someone out there that has the exact problem you do with drinking, because there's a variety of drinkers, and start listening to them and connecting with that community. And I think that is super helpful.
Do you think that in this day and age, people, are drinking a lot less? You're your age now, and are starting to see that that there's something else there?
Yeah, I think there's a huge shift. I don't know if you see it too, especially with even like when you go to a restaurant now, all the cool mocktails and NA beer options. I love that kind of thing. I think it's fun. And so I really think it's a cool movement of people wanting more out of life and not wanting to stay in that cycle. And I think it's awesome. It's it's destigmatized too.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you have a problem with alcohol? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, we all can relate to that to some extent. Yeah.
And are there people that you know that are maybe not drinking but are Cali sober, LA sober, or most people in you, it's either you're sober or not sober?
I don't know anyone that's not drinking.
Oh, no one.
Yeah, not yet.
Besides your peer group.
Besides the girls on the
Yep,
group. Yeah.
yep.
And I do feel like when I go to San Diego and I'm, teaching yoga and doing wellness events, I think I'll probably attract friends that are sober. But right now, I don't have any, and it's been fine. It's been great. I love them all the same. So.
And your dream, like when you think of like your dream path in life today, where do you see yourself?
Good question. It kind of changes all the time, but I would love to be a sober and wellness coach for people and really walk through that journey with them, because for me it was so dark. I felt so alone. If I had the resources that I know now, it would have been much easier for me, and I would love to just kind of guide people through that. So that's my dream.
I love that.
And start a podcast.
Well, tell me,
So
if I can do a podcast, you can do a podcast, because you're very comfortable.
Thank
and you told me that
I was nervous.
Yeah, well, you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you so
much.
much.
Job well done.
Thank you. Thank you. What is your dream or your goals like with this brand and what you want to do with it?
Good question, Allie. You know what? I don't really know yet. I always wanted a brand. I always wanted to start a brand. And I remember when I was like 27, I almost started a clothing brand back then. Mm-hmm. But then I just started my own agency. And it's like, again, it's time. And so when this came around, my friend started calling me LA Sober. I was able to buy the lasober.com. And I started it not really knowing where it was going to go. I will say that it's not just going to be merch. I think that's going to be just a small piece of it.
The merch is awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I know.
It.
I'm glad. I can't wait to see you in it. And I think it's going to evolve to a larger podcast. Like just keep growing that. I feel like I feel like this works for me.
Yes.
I like meeting new people, and I think that it will grow there. And I love telling stories. I've always been one where on TikTok I love hearing other people's struggles. Like I love it. Like I can go hours and just like watch it over and over again. I think people like us, we can relate to it, and it makes us feel better.
Yes.
And then I also think that there may be a direct-to-consumer piece to it where I will start like an LA Sober in a beer, or an LA Sober cocktail with THC in it. Or, we've been talking about making LA Sober a marketplace where products I like, I can bring to it and sell different products across different types of lines. So yeah, in a long-winded question, I don't know yet.
The sky's the limit, basically.
Yeah, it just comes down to how much time I have to put into it. Like it takes focus, and I'm already really busy.
Right.
I also have to probably raise some money because I want to continue to fund it myself. Which I think we're going to find a sponsor for this.
Awesome.
For the podcast, just to help with it. So yeah.
That's really exciting. I can't wait to see where everything goes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any more questions for me? I'm an open book.
Okay. Your go-to song to hype you up.
My go-to song to hype me up is, oh my God, who's what's the rapper I just listened to on my driving this morning? What's the guy that was just on trial?
Young Thug?
No, and he's married to. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Who's on trial?
You're gonna think what?
A$AP Rock.
Yeah, A$AP Rock. Like I love A$AP Rocky. Like I
do too.
Like it's such a good vibe. Yeah, I mean I like everything from Stone Temple Pilots to the Chili Peppers to A$AP Rocky to the Beastie Boys to
all kinds of music.
Yeah, reggae. But A$AP Rocky's been a big thing for me lately. How about you?
I love music so much.
Me
It's
too.
healing. It's healing for you too. Yeah, I feel like we're the same like that. My go-to, I really like Don Toliver.
Okay.
Do you know who
My
that
daughter
is?
loves. Yeah.
Yeah. So anything Don Toliver, and then I'm into house now that I'm living
Oh,
in
I love
California.
house music.
I never liked it before.
Oh, it's the
now
best.
I'm like,
It's
I
such
love
a good-
Mal P. I love Chris Lorenzo. So yeah, I like everything basically except country. So.
So it's funny you say that. So I'm living downstairs right now because I can't get upstairs. I can't get upstairs, but I'm like, well, my wife doesn't want me in the bed because I'm moving around, or if there's like a fire, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it downstairs, so I sleep downstairs right now. So what I've been doing is, because I work in there as well, I feel like I'm back in college, so I open all the windows up. And I put on Spotify and I blare music.
It's the best.
But I haven't done that in seriously.
Oh yeah, because you have
Because I have like
family.
a wife, and my wife would never do that in the morning.
Right.
So now I'm blaring music, and she'll come in and she's like, "Well, you have such loud music on." I'm like, "It's my room." She's like, "You've destroyed this room." I'm like, "It's my room."
I do the same thing. I love putting it on like the TV.
Oh, I love it.
Vibing out to a playlist. It's
the best.
It's the best.
Like this morning, let me see. I'll tell you. Like this morning, I was listening to. Oh, this is good. The Strokes. You like Strokes?
I probably do. I just don't know their songs.
Yeah, this morning I listened to Summer Indie, so it was like MGMT, Cage, Mac Miller, which I love.
Oh, I love Mac Miller.
So yeah.
Fun. And then I have one more.
One more?
Question if we have time. What's your favorite NA drink? Whether it's a certain mocktail or beer, or do you have one?
Yeah, it's beer, and I used to not love beer, and now I really do. I think the best tasting one that tastes just like the regular beer is Stella.
I don't think I've had
the Stella NA beer is on point.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good, and which I'm gonna stutter on this word, but Athletic.
I've had that.
They have really good ones.
Brewing, yeah.
Yeah, they have great ones. My wife just bought me Peroni.
I don't think I've
It's an Italian beer.
Okay.
It's really good. But yeah, it's beers. No things I will do is I'll bring a flask in the places I go to with THC in it. and I'll get a soda water and I'll pour my THC in it.
That's genius.
And I'll make a drink. But this is embarrassing. So I'm a member of Soho Club.
Oh yeah.
In Malibu.
Oof.
And I was there with my family, and I have my flask in, and it's in my pocket, and it drops out. And the waiter looks at me like going, "You cheap bastard."
Yeah, like, are you okay?
Like you're bringing a flask in the Soho? And I go, "Dude, it's not booze," which I probably shouldn't have said that, but and he just laughed at me.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
anyway,
Worst place ever to have a flask.
I'm that guy.
I love that.
Back to your journey, and you didn't go to a regular AA,
Right.
and you didn't go to rehab.
Correct.
Did you think about going to rehab? Did you?
There were times when I kept repeating the cycle, and I was like, I'm never going to get out of this. I mean, I would just cry and cry and cry and be like, I'm never going to be able to get out of this. Like, do I need to go to rehab? Like, I considered that thought in my head.
Yeah.
But luckily I found that group, Sober Fit Girl, and that was enough support that I needed. But I know, again, everyone's so different, and I think rehab is so helpful for so many people. What about you?
Yeah, no, I never thought about going to rehab ever in my life.
Okay.
It never even like dawned on me. Like it never in my life thought about it once. I had to go to AA back when I was like 25 because I got a driving under the influence. So for that I went, and I didn't like it. Have I ever thought about it? Of course, I like here or there, but I'm the type of person that either I'm gonna stop or not stop, and I had to like know that it was time for me to stop.
Right.
So I don't need someone telling me what I should do or not do.
Yeah.
Would it have been easier if I had a support group? Yeah, probably. But again, I'm in my head so much that I already went there and I knew I was gonna stop drinking. Like there was but at the same time, like I'm not completely sober, so I can't escape. So maybe if I didn't escape, maybe I would have done a different path.
Yeah.
But for me, it was not on the table ever.
Yeah.
And then so when you joined this group, is there a place that you could have gone, or is it all online?
It's all online. It's really just kind of like a big group chat, honestly. And then you can join the meetings if you want. Again, for me, I don't need the meetings, but I just needed the support and the like-minded people.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was enough, thank gosh. So
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's working for you.
It's working.
So keep it going.
Here I am. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
And
That's in the future.
And were you going to like a therapist as well, right?
Yeah, she's kind of a therapist, like a healer type girl, yeah.
Oh, so she does it all for you?
Oh, no, this is a separate. The therapist?
Yeah.
Separate.
Okay.
Totally separate, yeah.
And that's what really got you to work on yourself and work through the pain and the trauma of why you were drinking and why you weren't happy and why you didn't like yourself and all that stuff that makes you drink more.
100%.
And you work through that through a therapist. Was it your first therapist, or did it take you a few times to find the right therapist?
I had been to therapy before, but I'm someone who I'm so aware of like myself, and I want to get to the root, and I feel like who I was working with wasn't doing that, so it didn't really do much for me. And this girl, I don't even know if you would consider her a therapist. Her name's Madison England. Check her out on Instagram and TikTok. She does Reiki, she does healing. She's kind of like an intuitive. So I really needed someone.
A what?
Like an intuitive.
I don't know what that is.
Is that?
I mean, I know what that means, but is
like,
that what they call that? Is that what they call her? Like, is that like
I should know her official like title, what she goes by, but I really honestly don't know it. But basically, we just worked through all of my trauma together, and I still work with her, and I'm just totally a different person through that, which has been great too. Yeah,
I mean, so my parents died both young. Like my dad died when I was like 30-ish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so my dad died when he was 56, and my mom died when she was 62, which is pretty young. And so that just derailed me on so many different levels.
Yeah.
And I should have went, like when that happened, I should have went to therapy, but I just kept,
Yeah, you weren't ready yet.
Medicating my own self.
Right.
And then my wife and I started going to therapy, and she was the best therapist ever. Like she would like she would hold us accountable. Like she was so good. And then we stopped going to her, and then I tried to find my own therapist, and I never found the right person.
Yeah.
And I still haven't.
Yeah.
Like I've gone there a few, and I'm like,
That's kind of how
like I kind of just go through the song and dance with it. And I'm like, wait, and then I'm in it, and I'm paying you $350 an hour, and I'm thinking about everything I have to do besides this, and I'm like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but do I think I'll go back to a therapist? I don't know. Like I think now I feel like this is so much better for me, because I feel like all these type of talks is therapy for
so
me, and
healing.
it makes me like just think about myself as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, this has been fun, Allie. When I was driving here, I'm like, yeah, I haven't met her, but I knew, like, for some reason when I saw you, I'm like, this is gonna be easy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I look forward to continuing to follow you.
Yeah.
And any way that we can support you, we will. So where can people find you?
So Instagram and TikTok, it's Align with Allie, 2 E's at the end. And TikTok is really where I post most of my sober content.
Okay.
Instagram is for the vibes.
Okay, awesome. So again, thanks for coming on. Here's which we call Make Los Angeles Sober Again.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So it's kind of a off the old Trumpster. You like them or don't like them. We think it's funny.
I love it.
And then we also have the LA Sober hoodie. You're going to love this one.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.